Good day, students. Today we will be talking about atomic structure. Atoms. All matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. An atom is the smallest particle into which an element can be divided without losing the properties of that same element. The word atom is derived from the Greek word atomos, which means cannot be divided. This is because scientists thought centuries ago that the atom could not be split. However, atoms are often split into smaller atoms of other elements. One example of that is uranium, which can be split into thorium and helium. This is not very common. All atoms that make up an element are of the same type, and all known elements are found on the periodic table. Atoms can join together to form molecules. A molecule is referred to as a group of non-metal atoms. Some examples of molecules include O2 as well as H2O. O2 is our oxygen gas and H2O is our water molecule. Molecules can also be formed up of the same element. So even though an atom cannot be divided, they are made up of three subatomic particles. We have protons, neutrons, and electrons. A proton is a positively charged particle and it is found in the nucleus of an atom. It has a mass of 1, in that it's equal to 1/2 the mass of the atom. A neutron is a neutral, uncharged or no charge particle found in the nucleus of an atom as well. It also has a mass of 1. This makes up the other half of the mass of the atom. An electron is a negatively charged particle, and it's found in fixed pathways that we refer to as shells or orbits around a central nucleus. An electron has a mass of almost 0, 1/1836. So its contribution to the total mass of the atom is negligible, meaning that it doesn't contribute much, if any. That's why we say that the mass is 0. The number of protons in the atoms of an element determine the number of that element on the periodic table. For example, carbon is the 6th element, so therefore it has 6 protons. Sodium is the 11th element, therefore it has 11 protons. The forces of attraction between the positive nucleus from the protons and the negative electrons is termed as electric charge. The numbers associated with elements. Each element has 2 numbers associated with it. We have the atomic number, which sometimes is symbolized by Z, which is equal to the number of protons. As I would have said before, the number of protons determines where an element is on the periodic table. No 2 elements have the same atomic number. The atomic mass, or the mass number, is sometimes symbolized by the letter A. This equals the number of protons and the number of neutrons in the nucleus. We're going to use these numbers and talk a little bit more about atoms and how we can determine how to calculate the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons.